It's been a weird tournament. We got an 1100 rated round practically out of the gates from the greatest player we've seen. And then the wheels came off in a weird way. And he's still right there, but everybody who's got a piece of that lead has had some misfortune very quickly. I'm not confident in anything anymore. I'm shell-shocked a little bit by what we've been watching.
What's strong about Callaway's game is he throws it a long, long ways with the most effortless power you'll ever see. He has great angle control, and when his putter's on, he's as good as anybody.
I think Marwede just knows how to pick a course apart. And when you have a putt as proficient as his, if you can get to your spots, for him, 40 and in, there's no course that doesn't defeat what the challenge is.
He's got just supreme command over his angles. We've marveled at that for years now. So I'm not surprised at all to see him where he is. I think he plays well in the wind. He's able to do things with the backhand exclusively almost that are incredible. So if I had to bet, I would probably take Robinson. That seems like the smart move.
He's an athlete, and athletes figure it out. And this guy, in his limited touring experience overall, has figured it out. He's made himself a prominent fixture in majors, and he shows with his bogey-free round on moving day that he's got the poise that it takes.
We saw a lot of mistakes in round 3, and with that happening, if somebody goes really low, like I'm talking 10, 11, 12 under, you can win from the third card.
I don't think there's been a situation where I was more afraid of a chase card major champion. The names, Ricky Wysocki, Anthony Barella, Paul Macbeth, Eagle McMahon on the chase card.
Opportunities are endless for the field, and nobody's really safe.
Hello and welcome to final round coverage from the 2025 PDGA Champions Cup presented by OTB and MVP Disc Sports. We are still on that B layout out at Swenson Park in Stockton, California, and you're watching JomezPro with Nate Sexton, Jeremy Koling, and Paul Ulibarri.
It's going to be a really, really exciting day. I am really pumped up for this one. Who knows what's going to happen? Third card is actually in the mix. We just talked about chase card, but third card's in the mix. Once again, our first of 4 Tour Series discs. We got the DGA Rift. Go check those out. But in the meantime, while you're looking that up, we got some birthday duties to do here. Nate Sexton's 40th birthday today.
Thanks.
Congratulations. We're going to go ahead and eat this cake later, but I want you to see that we got you one.
We'll start the round after we finish the cake. You just sit and watch.
As we look at the leader card, though, Sullivan, Tipton leading the way. 20 under par, Isaac right behind him, Marwede, Callaway. That's who we're going to be featuring on this card. Hole 1, same as yesterday, par 3, 378. Big right to left crosswind. Winds are up even today more than they were yesterday at times. Out of bounds right behind this. Green, you're going to see a lot of sidearms down the left side and maybe some sneaky hyzers down the right side.
Get right into a chase card check-in.
Good height for Rick. Good width as well. Maybe too much width?
But too high of a skip. Sometimes you don't know when that's going to happen, but
right.
It could have gone a little bit more low.
And, whoa, that wasn't right.
From Huntington Beach, California.
Was there an abbreviated intro today? Or did they give Paul his...
No, I think that's a lead card only.
Okay.
So they saved the fans a ton of time, Rick and Paul, by falling back onto chase.
Low, does it get the skip? Doesn't quite get over that initial hill. Now that Nate's 40, he knows all about what that's like. Just barely getting over the hill.
Getting over that initial hill, baby. The view's great from up here.
from range. A solid little spinner. Good effort.
Can Rick get it going?
The C2 King. That was a full-on wow.
Yeah, it's rare for Rick to miss one like that.
A full 2 feet off the mark from that range is...
Yeah, a little push putt in that raging headwind. Hardest putt he's going to face, you know? Because he puts so nose down. He has to put it so high above the basket with the OB right there looming left. I mean, you can't fault the guy for accidentally chucking it into the ground.
Well, Paul gets to drop that in.
The Championship Sunday lead card. First on the tee box from Birmingham, Alabama, Sullivan, Tipton.
What a story it would be if Sullivan Tipton were to hold off the charge from the chase card and all the superstars below him and become a first-time winner on the Elite Series, just going straight to the top with a major title.
Really excited to see how he responds to what's easily the biggest moment in his career.
I think we'll know a lot after this shot. A lot of pressure. He's got the zippy sidearm,
This looks good.
and that looks like he timed it.
Oh!
My goodness.
Somehow closer than Macbeth, if that's even possible.
And that's important, fellas, because 5 men have touched that 20 under number.
Yeah!
And all of them have been beaten back immediately. So the curse, I would say, is lifted.
My goodness. Well, he's got to make that putt.
Yes, he does.
Lawrenceville, Georgia, Isaac Robinson.
But the first to 2-1. Pretty cool. Unless Isaac aces.
Oh, this looks good if he can miss that tree. Oh. That is such a good shot.
Sure is.
And he is good at disc golf.
Alpena, Michigan, Andrew Marwede.
What a story Marwede's been this week. Hasn't had really a dull round yet. Just slow and steady wins the race. See if that formula works for Marwede today.
Lot of hyzer.
And from Davenport, Iowa, Ben Callaway.
What do you guys think the number will be today?
Oh, that's a good question.
What do these guys have to shoot, being lead card, that's completely safe?
Completely safe.
Yeah,
What's the best guy on Chase? Macbeth with that birdie went to what, 18?
I think so. A bunch of 17s on there.
To be completely safe,
9.
at least, because you gotta be better than a McBeast 10. Is kind of how I feel. So what's that? That takes him to 27. So yeah, maybe that's about right, depending on who you are.
Yeah, I think Sully shoots 9. I think it's good.
I can't imagine 28 losing the tournament.
Yeah.
Oh wow, yeah.
I can't imagine that. I don't think. What do you think?
Whatever I think usually is wrong these days. 14 first round.
Ooh, good height for
Yeah,
Ben.
I would have put the money down easy on 35 to win.
Yeah.
After that first round. At least 35.
But this layout's playing a little tougher as of yesterday. So I like if one of these guys can get to 10.
Yeah.
You're looking pretty dang good.
Yeah, and that's in that neighborhood, like 28-ish.
Yeah.
For some of them, it's going to be 30.
Yeah, and that would put 10 under for Sully. That's 30.
30's winning.
That's for sure.
30's winning.
Yep.
Maybe even by a couple of shots.
Well,
That's what would be my guess.
And the wind, like Paul was saying, the wind is, it's not their friend today. It's going to be a tough round for the wind. So anything near double digits is certainly possible. Doing it on this stage would be the round of their lives.
I think your best friend today is bogey free.
Yeah.
You know?
Kind of every day.
No,
Love that guy.
especially
I love
today,
bogey free.
Well, look at Marwede. A lot of birdies,
Sure.
ton of bogeys, and
Sure.
he's right here on the lead card. So there is something to be said for like aggressive play.
Sure.
Oh, right there. Boom.
There, okay. we
Heimberg,
know.
10 through 13. It's possible.
Oh,
Whoa.
boy.
10 through 13 is possible.
Maybe we were wrong.
Why does he do that?
It's
Why does he do that?
he does it every time. Like once you kind of write him off, and it hurts because it is the too little, too late for a guy that's still chasing that first major.
To have that. Just to have that. It's in there at all
It is
times.
in there.
It's in there at all times.
He's done that. So remember that USDGC in the rain?
Yep. Oh, that was crazy.
You guys like Sullivan Tipton facts?
I love Sullivan Tipton facts.
Yeah, I got a hot one. You guys aware
Ooh. Okay, safe.
how many MPO wins he has in his career?
I'm guessing it's 0 because that you're bringing this up.
I mean, it's
About
not
5.
0.
Okay. I don't know.
I'd guess 10.
It's 2.
It's 2.
And would you like to know the highest tier he's got to win at?
Is it a B or C?
It's a B, baby.
Yes. Wow.
He doesn't play a lot of
He
them.
plays on the tour.
Yeah.
He's become so it's not as if he couldn't have 25 wins at
Yeah.
his young age if he wanted them. But just thinking about, like we always say, even winning at the lower levels is winning, and it's throwing shots that matter obviously at the end of the round. You know that it's
Yeah.
like if I do it, I win. If I don't, I don't. And he's not got much not experience with that.
Ben Callaway overturned. Angle's going to be completely cut off. Have to pitch up around the corner. I think there's something to playing amateur long enough for the people coming up in the sport to learn how to win in different situations. When you're leading, when you're behind, how to like go through a race with someone out to the finish line. But some people aren't interested in that. They're like, I'm a pro. I'm ready to go. Let's do it. And I respect both sides.
Totally.
I think of a great example is last year with Presno, a guy who plays a lot of small tournaments, wins a lot of small tournaments. That's not somebody you want to give a chance down the stretch because with 4 holes to play, the dude's closed so many done it so many times.
Yeah.
That of course it's a little different, but at the same time, he understands the formula. And we saw him close it out. All of a sudden, he's just like, oh, yeah, great shot in on 17 last year. Great shot from Andrew
That
right
was
there.
nice. And he's got memories in his mind of like, remember that time, even if it's a B tier, you remember that time when I had the 38-footer and I had to make it to force the playoff,
Yep.
and then I did, and then I beat him. You know, that's all in his head.
Wow. What a shot from Marwede.
And I tend to think that matters.
100% agree.
How many wins do you think Andrew Presnell has?
Oh, it's got to be like over 100 or near 100.
108.
Yeah.
108 wins.
So it's both. I was right twice. Over 100 and near 100.
Look at this little little rejection.
Yeah, that hits the branch. Perkins called that one as obviously OB deep to his eye. So that branch might have been a friend.
You know,
Interesting.
this was playing really fast. Like the green behind the bucket.
You can
Definitely.
see those flags are pushing tailwind, so they're coming in hot.
Yeah, I believe Macbeth and
Wysocki.
both went out of bounds deep, landing what you would think would be a really nice spot.
Yes, exactly.
And
right.
then they got the headwind putt comeback
Wysocki unsuccessful, Macbeth successful from that.
on the par and
On the
par
par
saves.
The par save did not go down for Wysocki.
Yeah. Oh, Ben walked it in and it splashes out left. A good height. Good height on consecutive holes for Mr. Callaway. Valiant effort from
Yeah.
deep.
Looked pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Had heavy drop with the tailwind. Gave it decent height. Now Marwede to grab one on the card. Just plugging away.
There you go.
When this guy gets hot, man, he really gets in this zone where that forehand gets to all the spots. It doesn't matter how he gets there. He gets there in his own way. He gets close enough to make it. A lot of times he doesn't even have to make a nice putt. We give him all this credit for being the best putter, but a lot of times he just dimes it up and just drops it in. He's definitely a threat today. Two wins.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
Yeah, it's be a pretty impressive third win. It reminds me of Will Schustrick, though. When he won the USDGC, he had never even won an A tier or a national tour, which was at that time what was in place of the DGPT. So he went straight from his highest tier, being a B tier, all the way to a major.
Someone else with that story is Nate Doss, just 4 wins, B tier level being the highest. He was only 20 years old, granted, but that Worlds, you know, all of a sudden a major next to your name.
Nate Doss has like a total of like what, 30, less than 40 wins in his career. They're just
He's a Sullivan Tipton type, tour only.
Yeah, he has the greatest resume as far as least amount of wins. Oh, but look at
Quality.
these. And you know,
Quality over quantity.
Yeah, 100%. And that's, yeah, they're all. He has all of them.
43 career wins.
And he won, what was it, 2017? GMC, and then just kind of retired. Was like, oh, I could still do it. All right, see you guys.
Yeah.
Kind of a baller way to do that.
Yeah.
Zing.
This looks good. That wasn't great.
A little booster.
So I just looked it up. 43 career wins for Doss. 21 of them are less than A tiers. So the majority are A tier or higher. This is a pretty incredible resume.
Ooh, that was a nice little squibble to the left or to the right.
I had the same word in my head. It did squibble.
Oh, kind of a late flip up. I love that. That was awesome. Well, we've seen him work a lot of magic from this spot. A lot more wind today. Does it get to flat?
Pretty flat. Pretty skippy, but I think he got some good aid as he was going to the right.
Almost made it.
Yeah, really nice shot.
I really can't wait for that cake, Nate. I'm just telling you right now, man. Cookie dough ice cream cake. Good
Yeah.
choice, brother.
Yeah. Hey, that's Jomez, and I appreciate it.
Ben boosts it long, gets a chance at another deep C2 putt. They've all been close.
Kind of a awkward little spot here. See the
Yeah.
follow through?
Interesting.
Ooh, that's a scary kick. OB line is right near that tree. Looks like it stayed safe.
I didn't know he was that close to the tree where his stance had to kind of fall away, but oh goodness.
Oh.
I think we have to rescind the title.
Well, if he makes it.
It was a great forehand.
That's
right?
all Yuli cares
It's
about.
a percentages thing, yeah.
It really is all he cares about.
You lean on that putt. Skip, get up.
Analysis, Yuli?
horrible side on. I mean, I'm not letting him in the club with us or anything.
No. This guy's knocking down the door to the club.
Well,
We got a couple of them on this card. Marwede
is he trying to make this?
He's in the club.
He's got. I mean, it's not even an all time anymore. It's just this generation.
Yeah. It used to be like we've always said. It used to be a little bit of a rare skill.
Yeah.
It is not that in any way anymore, and I think that's awesome.
And I think it's almost the same as like, can you come up with a top 5 backhand? There's 50 people who could have a case at that.
Yep.
The one thing I know is that Uli is most certainly not in that top 5. That's all I know.
Marwede.
I'm only kidding, Yules.
A little bit
Oh,
low
yeah.
coming out.
For the backhand, you're right, 100%. I would never argue that. Ever. I'm not weird.
Callaway for par delivers it.
Very nice. All I know is Marwede's percentages just went down a little.
Yeah, they did.
Shocking. He does have that high release and look like there's some limbs that kind of force the issue, but you gotta find ways to get around those trees. There's a lot of disc golf obstacles in the circle.
All that means for Marwede, given the statistic, is he's going to make all the rest of them for the rest of the round. He doesn't miss a lot.
Yeah.
It's like 93 straight he's got to make to keep the percentage where it's at.
On to hole 4, we're going to that elevated pin, a little bit right of the position we saw the first 2 days, 352.
I'm curious to see Isaac's line. I know what these guys are going to do. Zoomy, forehands, parked, maybe skipping the hole.
That was
That's
really beautiful flip
great.
up. Just the initial hyzer pressed on that thing allowed it to never turn, but he knew he was going to stand up just enough to get the distance, but always going to fight back on the hyzer at the end. It's just really well done. Sully has a completely different method. He really likes to force the disc over and get the full S-turn flight.
He just hit the Mando tree. Fortunate to avoid a penalty.
The gap gets really small with the flex forehand. The flip up is definitely the way to attack this. If you have both in the bag, you should go with the flip up here.
Talk about flex. That's
So
coming
tight.
really close to that Mando.
Ben shapes it around, but it doesn't fight back. And it's a long look for birdie for Ben, who's struggling to get on the board early. Sully, after the birdie on 1, has gone a bit cold. Will have more than likely his 3rd straight par.
Don't you hate that? You get all trying to convince yourself, let's go, let's do this, let's take the risk, I'm going for it, and then your body just denies it.
Oh, solid. Really good putt. Right now, the only person who's potentially on that pace of the hypothetical round that would be unbeatable would be Isaac at 2 through 4. But still, I think even even that pace is maybe a bit behind them at this point.
Yeah, I don't think the holes get much easier. 1, 2, and 3 play pretty simple as long as, I mean, the distances is what's a little awkward about those holes, not the technicality or the danger.
Marwede also 2 through 4.
Correct.
Oh, Sully.
No. It's his first bogey in the last 2 rounds.
Yeah, and you never expect it to be via the little shorty.
Especially the forehand hole. So, 1 over for Ben. Even for Sully. And that's gonna make you get caught real quick by that chase card. So the curse of 20, once again, is what Sully is battling.
Yeah.
But Isaac, he has also broken the curse, and he
Breaking
is
through.
our second player at 21.
Calvin still doing it. 11 under.
Incredible.
Him is 6 through 9.
That's really good too. I don't want to do this drone flight. I have a question for you. We've seen this hole so many times.
Yeah.
Do people come up to you all the time and say, "You're taller than I thought," because you're always next to him?
100%.
It happens to me all the time. There's 2 things that people say to me above all others. One is, "Well, you're a lot bigger than I thought." And then the other, for the past 7 years, is, "Man, you look great. You lost a lot of weight." I just haven't.
I don't get that one.
I just
The whole time, for 7 years, just constantly, "You look amazing. You lost a lot of weight, man." I'm like, nope. Thank you, though.
I get the first one 20 times a day, but the you lost weight thing,
People tell you you're bigger than they thought?
it's the most commonly heard thing.
Oh,
I
that's
hear.
interesting.
It is the
We're
number
all in
one.
the same boat.
And I don't have a creative response for it other than how big's your TV?
I'm surprised by that, because it's big is like you're kind of your thing. Like, I would think people expect you to be big.
My nickname isn't sarcastic. I'm a gigantic human.
Huh. Yeah. Well, yeah, I spent a lot of time walking around as I was just on commentary this week, not playing, so I interacted with a lot of fans, which was great. But yeah, I just find it funny. Like, I don't know how fat I used to be. I weighed the same, but for 7 straight years to just be slimming down into this chiseled guy and just still look, every time I get on the scale, it says 210.
The roller laid down from Callaway. I don't think this is an intentional down the middle play, but perhaps I don't want to insult him by saying that. But either way, it works out pretty well.
We got a pretty good crosswind here that's pushing these rollers, like flipping them, coming off the right. So it's kind of a tough condition to get a bunch of distance out of a roller.
Mm-hmm. I like this play for. Oh goodness, it does move off the tree at the last minute, but that
That's a
thing was
weird
on
little push left, that wind, like you were talking about, Nate.
Yeah.
I was on a beeline for that tree almost the entire flight. Out in the open, it allows Sully to maybe open up a little bit here.
See if this roller gets some of the same action. See, heavy cut, but watch how quick it blows under.
Oh, this is dangerous. This
and
is
now he's on the
bad.
golf green.
Oh, and it's ripping off.
Oh.
Oh no! Brutal. Looked so safe once it got off the green, but it ripped back. Well, it's going to be a tough par save for Marwede from back there.
I mean, I think that's the big no-no, is the green on this hole.
Mm-hmm.
You can get away with a lot of stuff.
Well, he's just getting there. Like
Whoa.
not even using very much flip. Like just sort of forehand smoothies, going 420.
Dude's an athlete.
I didn't used to be an athlete, but after I slimmed down,
You started riding bikes, dude,
Dude,
a
I
lot.
slimmed down.
And you do the competitions now. You're kind of a bike rider.
it was about 7 years ago. I was huge, and I've just kind of every year
I do
just kind
remember
of
the era.
another 20 down, 20 down, 20 down, and now look at me.
We were near intervention.
You're growing, too. That's the thing.
Oh no!
Uh-oh.
Oh, boy.
Look at that. Look at that.
Oh!
It flew upside down.
That was wicked.
Whoa. It got blown. As soon as it jumped off there, it got blown under the last little bit, and it flew upside down.
I've never seen that.
That was cool.
That's a new one for me.
Ken Climo told me the windiest round he ever played, he saw a guy throw a roller that bounced twice and then flew 700 feet.
Wait, what?
He says what he said. I need him to elaborate, but I just one of those stories where this legend is telling you and you're just like, what? But like it doesn't make any sense what he's saying.
It bounced twice and then flew 700
or like
feet?
600 feet, but it was just like some number that didn't make any sense.
I know what I'm asking Kenny next time.
I want to hear more about
it.
it.
Earth.
I want to hear more about it.
Marwede committed to the roller. This is the third one.
Well, technically, it's the fourth one.
Well, no, it isn't. It's the fourth shot, but it's certainly the third roller.
That last roller counted for 2.
That's a roller penalty. That goes in the book as a roller.
Get under.
Oh, yeah.
Ben Callaway.
Whoa.
That is the way to get on the book.
What a beauty. He's flying him upside down, right side up.
That's crazy. Like a Ken Climo flight. It wasn't him, by the way. It was someone else that did it.
I got to try that on a windy day sometime.
The bounce twice.
Bounce
700.
twice, 700, yeah.
Isaac's third. He's trying to roller 2. Interesting.
I don't really know why anybody else who has the power to go sidearm to right there
Wouldn't. Yeah.
But how many people have the power? It's a kind of a small list,
Like-
isn't it?
like Macbeth and
Yeah, there's plenty of people who do.
Ricky.
Don't
and
you think he has top 10 power?
Which one? Sully?
Yes,
Sully.
yes, I
For
do.
sidearm? Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
So not plenty of people.
No, but the guys that
Yeah,
But they could still
some.
do it. Even if they're not top 10, they could still do it.
and they're not doing it
Yeah.
at all. Neither
Yeah.
is Marwede.
Oh, that would have been one heck of a save.
Everybody knows forehands aren't cool. I think that's part of it.
I don't know. I think Sully makes the forehand look.
So
really
do I.
cool.
I mean, I'm kind of a counterculture guy. I think forehands are really cool. But I tend to think collectively they're not that cool. They don't really they don't get the big views, you know? You want to see that Instagram turnover. Everybody loves them.
My friend back home, anytime I'd beat him when we were playing our casual rounds, would just call it the am finger. Just make fun of it. Your am finger is on point today. Just burn me when I'd beat him, make me feel bad about it.
Yeah.
You should try the pro finger. Go with the backhand. He taught me. Dennis Young, you know who I'm talking about.
Bogey for Marwede. Callaway with the nice birdie.
Needed that one for Ben.
Checking in with the chase card on hole 7. This is the 1,000-foot par 5, by far the easiest hole on the layout.
And that's just
Ooh,
absolutely
wait.
zipped. Underneath?
Macbeth's got such a good ability of keeping the disc low and driven and still achieving big distance. As he rips one in the air into a tree. Whoops. But
It's good enough, though. Come on.
he is a really great low ceiling line drive throw.
That wasn't really a bad shot by Macbeth. He's still in position.
Oh, is that a little cage music?
Yeah.
A little KJ Choi? Oh boy.
I like to see that because this guy hit the rim and bounced 20 feet into the water the other day. Like making an ugly one. Sometimes you feel like a guy deserves an ugly one
I'm
to
with
go
that.
in
Yeah.
rather than fall out.
I have a couple of those. Niklas Antila first round had that one balance on the rim for a good second.
And he had that one that hit band and dropped. Yeah, he was all over it.
Calvin in at 12.
Damn,
that's finished.
A good round.
That's done.
Okay.
12 under par.
Whoa.
Fire emoji.
Yeah.
And you know what's weird about it? It's the magic number 20.
Oh my goodness. You got to be kidding me.
Calvin's in the club.
Oh my God.
He's waiting for the 10-way playoff we've been calling for.
How crazy is that, man? There's got to be a shirt about the magic number 20 for this event.
Okay, low ceiling, little high. It gets through. Another tree to dodge. Can't do it. Wow, got a lot out of it, but that's not great. This one was just a raging right to left crosswind. That green was a problem up there on the left. I love the way Isaac will throw this. Get it turned over just a little bit.
And come back.
It's not going to happen, yeah. It's just such an easy way when he just zzzz it right over. It's like, oh, that's hitting the gap. Nice gap hit.
Yeah. He does more than almost anybody. He does bring that, like, 3-degree anhyzer to begin.
Yep.
It's not even quite a flex shot. It's just like the slightest over-the-top move that I really haven't seen many other people use that shape.
Got all of that one. Is it enough, though?
Marwede stepped into that one. That's going to be makeable distance for him to bounce back. Haven't seen any highlight putts made by the putting machine so far this round.
Nice approach. That sidearm was pretty bad from Sully. He's been just zipping them perfect every time, and that one was that one got away from him. Let's keep an eye on that.
Yeah, he's had a couple get away just a little bit.
I think on this hole, especially with the wind today, it's like you need 105% of what you're capable of. Even he does. So I think that maybe induces some shanks because you're like, you need to throw the perfect angle with all your power to get up into the circle today. You saw Marwade's. It looked great. And that still didn't have enough. Yesterday, Sully bullseyed it with a similar line.
Kind of a prayer from back there for Isaac.
Oh, Jerm.
Wow.
You called for that.
Gave it to you.
It just feels... It's just a game number of... I don't know. Cut that
He's
all.
to 20?
Again.
He's back.
He's back to 20. How many people have got to 20 twice?
Well, Macbeth.
He was the first to get to 20 twice.
Yeah, and Sully.
Yeah, he's got to 20 a couple times.
And surely Isaac.
Did he get there, drop, and then get there again?
Oh, yeah. He got cursed.
Okay.
Marwede for sure.
That's crazy.
Calvin just touched it for the first time.
Well, he ran out of holes is the problem.
Yeah. Calvin.
Two more holes, he would have gone down and back.
Bugbird.
Yeah.
And we're back. Yeah, I tend to agree.
As far as the Marwede thing, it's just sometimes you just know a player like that, you can only keep him down for so long. That's his specialty. Sooner or later, he's going to drop one from deep.
EB's going to throw the forehand I've been asking for.
Seriously, good adjustment, and this is the result. It's parked.
Slow round for him so far. That's just to get to 2 under. Really, the whole chase card not doing much. Paul Macbeth, the only one making a little move right now.
You were out there
I
caddying
was.
with AB?
Yes.
Did he go to that forehand all on his own? Did he complain?
He might have had a little nudge.
All right, hole 7, par 5, 1,006 feet, easiest hole on the course. Eagle opportunity potentially, like we saw yesterday with AB with a huge sky roller. Down the middle, low ceiling plays as well. There is very little danger on the right side, left side, but some low ceiling shots can make the approach difficult as you get to this mounded green. Marwede surprisingly not taking the line that we saw yesterday from Anthony Barella when he skied at 550 feet before it started rolling.
I was struck by the feeling that perhaps I've never thrown a sky roller. I thought I had.
Yeah.
But it just doesn't feel right to call them both the same thing.
Yeah, we've thrown some rollers.
Yeah, it's a roller.
That's just called a roller.
Yeah.
Did it roll?
Yeah, it was like 30 feet high at one point.
Yeah, I think the sky's at like
Yeah,
starting at about 112 feet
there,
up.
Yeah, it's way up there.
I think the sky is above the trees, at least.
At least.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. That's a nice shot. Good control. Nice skip.
I think that's perfect commentary for Isaac. 95%
Good
of it.
control there. It's nice.
It's just, that's a nice shot. Good control there.
Yeah,
Don't need to say anything else.
absolutely. This is a problem. That just missed the Mando.
Oh,
Oh my.
that's
just
not
a-
really
that-
even in play for most players, is it?
Totally got away from him. He had to be wanting a flex line, and
But you never even thought to himself, oh, I'm in trouble if I don't get this flat, you know?
yeah, I never would even consider that.
Oh, big time problems here.
Hits a tree, still glued to the tree trunk. It looks like that didn't get him much room.
Instant bogey.
Might be falling off the number.
Too flat, not going to get a skip. It's fine, but would have been a lot easier if he would have got that angle
What
right.
is going on? I just have to. What is going on with this major?
Marwede turfs it.
What is going on with this major? I cannot figure it out. I can't put a finger on it. I do know that there's wind, and I do know there's out of bounds and mandatories and whatnot. And there's
Yeah.
baskets on mounds. I get that. Why is no one putting their pedal to the metal and being assertive here?
Well, because look at Calvin's round. How windy is it really? It's windy, but it's not like crazy. Calvin shot a 12.
What the heck is going on?
It's like everybody's just.
Yeah, because look at the leaves. Like, does this look like a windy day? I mean, certainly there is wind out there, but these guys have played in so much worse.
Not great. Not a great approach. Marwede just made a nice putt, though. I think he might be running that.
Does this get a little movement? Yeah.
40 feet?
Yeah, there's OB behind the basket. not super duper close, but close enough that if you air it, you could find it on the backside quick.
Oh,
Another tree.
At this point, it's just got to be damage control for Sullivan. Doesn't really have a good line to even run it, I don't think. They'll lay that one up and take a bogey on the easiest hole in the course.
I think it's Paul's fault.
That's good help there.
I think it really is. I think he comes out with a 14 under, fire emoji. At one point has a stranglehold on the whole field. Everybody's depressed. And then
he got depressed.
And he starts playing bad. And then it lets everybody back in. And everybody's like, well,
Sully does run it.
what?
Good
Yeah.
touch.
Like, what am I doing
If he
here?
can't do it, I can't do it.
Right, maybe. I don't know. Spitballing ideas here.
Yeah, sure. It's that time.
That's fine. Ideas are what we need here because I can't quite figure it
It's
out.
that time of the show. We're looking for ideas.
And let's remember, everybody on this card, aside from Isaac, has never won an Elite Series. So we are watching first-timers trying to do something that's a level above of what they've already done.
That's important. That's a good point. And Ben does air it, but pumps the brakes shortly behind the basket. So I think the only birdie we're looking at on the easiest hole in the course is going to be from our leader, Isaac. And I'm kind of shocked by this, but there were no eagles on hole 7. And I guess you know what? Not too shocked because AB was the only person to do it yesterday.
Yeah.
There was only one. I thought there would have been more.
Anthony's average drive on this hole is about 400 feet.
Oh, goodness. What happened today?
The first tree, like a 45-foot drive.
Yeah.
Yeah, that checks out. The average is right around 400. Was he trying to go super wide sky?
Oh, yeah.
Same shot, yeah.
Throw it to the
Yeah,
universe?
it just blew up a tree and just went nowhere.
How did the tree react? Still there?
Sturdy.
Right.
Very sturdy. Did its job. Ricky. Lots and lots of bogeys. 16 under.
Still in it somehow.
Still
Yeah.
in it.
Still in it.
And we got to say congratulations to Isaac for breaking through to a new all-time low of 22. Beautiful putt by Rick. But Isaac has pushed to 22 under. First man to that number.
Getting the turnover across the out-of-bounds area. Gonna have a difficult decision from there, right, Paul?
Don't think so. Don't think it's going to be tough.
What kind of wind?
Very heavy right to left crosswind
Okay.
from this tee.
So kind of moving towards headwind
Yep. Mm-hmm.
for the
Well, with the way
water
that-
carry.
Yeah. Yeah. Right to left head cross. Yep. Helping wind for a sidearm to go across the water for Ricky, unless he lays up.
That's a beautiful flex shot for Eagle. unless Ricky lays up.
Yeah. Eagle clean. 16. Oh, he went for
He's
it.
going
Oh,
for it.
Go, go, go. Oh. Shot of the weekend.
It's a nice shot,
It is. It is.
Yeah.
but it's not a surprising shot.
Watch this.
Okay.
2%. power. Zoom.
Oh, man.
Just 50 deep with a putter.
That's cool.
So we're watching that stuff happen on lead card, right? I'm watching this card. Same mistakes. Little leaky left, little leaky right. You see the, Ricky, bogey, birdie, bogey, bogey. This was the highlight so far. Like, it was just boring across the board. Eagle makes this nice putt after just not a great shot from where he was,
Well, Varela, opportunity to get to 20 for the first time himself. Zap.
Got it.
He's in the club. Something else interesting happened on this hole in this group as Ricky gets the birdie. Paul Macbeth, as we've talked about, 20 under here on round 2 with a birdie putt. This time, or next round, birdie putt to go to 20 under yet again. Today, he got himself a birdie putt to get to 21 from about 20 feet. He missed that and dunked in 20 under again.
Oh my goodness, man. I've never seen anything circulating around a single mark.
3
like
rounds in a row, he's left that hole at the same score.
I mean, Paul, you're talking about his incredible round and what it did to people, and then what happened afterwards as he unraveled it. He unraveled around 20. It's happening in more ways than one. Back to Party Island. A lot of people enjoying a great weather day.
This needs to get down a bit. Oh, that's good.
A friendly lead.
Incredibly
I
helpful.
think so.
Saw Isaac drop his head immediately. That I got to think that little leaf saved him like 15, 20.
Possibly the green hit, too, on the left.
Sure.
Minimum, Nate. That's a minimum of 15 to 20 feet.
Does he bite? Yes.
A little short, right in classic Marwede range.
Oh, that's done.
We've seen this from Varela a couple days in a row. That's got no chance.
Solely out of sorts with this 2-piece. 2 bogeys, last 4 holes, needs the birdie here. Seems like one he would be licking his chops.
Yeah,
on.
absolutely.
Yeah, this is
That's good.
his type of hole. Yeah.
Very good.
Couple, maybe a foot lower to get parked.
I heard you, kid.
Ben for par. Off left.
That young guy caddying. I think I mentioned him yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
I talked to him last night, and he was like, "Oh, you really think I'd be on Jomez?" And I said, "Well, yeah, man. Are you caddying tomorrow?" And he went, "No."
Oh,
But I guess they called an audible because here he
cool.
is. His player
Yeah.
got to the number 1 spot,
Yep.
and so
Gotta keep him on the
so
back.
he got back out here, and now he's
And low for Marwede.
I don't think he cares.
got a little bit of
Nikola Jokic
that, got a little bit of that Calvin.
wins the parade.
Yeah,
I want to go home.
a little bit of that Calvin emotion on the course.
I think that's really important to be a good putter.
Hey, you're probably right.
Very important to be just as routine as possible.
Tough putt here. Having to straddle out. High rise, right to left crosswind. major, final round. I think that's the hardest putt you can give somebody. Just inside the circle.
Yeah.
You haven't straddled in 4 rounds.
Not too many places where you're forced into that.
This is one of them, I think. What is it? 14?
Yeah.
Hole 2 or 2 or 3.
Three.
3,
Yeah,
yeah.
14. Yeah. Okay, so Isaac misses a pretty big opportunity to extend his lead. A nice lead, too.
Yeah.
Just keep circling back to what the heck is going on. Look, 8 total birdies.
Look how many people in the mix.
Look at all the 20s.
The prophecy may be coming
I'm
true.
telling you, we're going to get a 10-way playoff at 20. Heimberg is in this to win it.
Oh my goodness.
Stay warm, Calvin. Get to the practice screen.
This is unreal.
396. This is going to be a headwind, left to right. So this one's pretty tricky. The people who like to throw turnover right out the hand, the wind kind of keeps you over there.
Just too high in the gap.
I think this tricked a lot of people. The way to get there is with the hyzer flip. Everybody who put a little turn on it went way right. Or you could do this.
Didn't look like it got through clean.
I think that's a hit the gap play, honestly.
Oh, I would be doing that for sure, just to make sure you're through the Mandos.
Yeah.
Birdie would be bonus.
I like that angle. No. Okay. Nothing. Now, who can throw a 100-foot up shot?
4 of these guys.
What's going on?
Whoever wins is going to be ecstatic. The rest of the field is going to circle this tournament for the rest of their lives and be like, I don't know how I lost.
I almost had
All
it.
I would have had to do is,
Yeah.
2019 USDGC.
Yes, absolutely.
James Conrad takes it down, but only at 19 under par.
Yeah.
I was watching on the couch.
I circled that one for years, finishing at 18 under par. That one hurt for a long, long time, man. You never think 19's going to take a major down.
No.
Unless it's this tournament after a 10-way playoff at 20 under.
Yeah, 19.
And bogey wins.
19.
Bogey wins.
19 is 11th place, dude, at this tournament. It's close, but it's 11th place.
All right. Sully, a little bit left here. Uncomfortable, perhaps. Ooh, it was uncomfortable.
Saw him kind of pop up out of his stance like he thought that was going to miss.
Yeah.
It was like sleeping in a car. You can do it. But it's not great.
Ben. Nice putt there. You got friend of the show, Loose Cannon Risley.
Oh, loose cannon.
Where'd he go? There he is.
Whoa.
Oh.
You never know what
Peekaboo.
that guy's going to do.
Surprisingly, with the 100-foot up shots that I was talking about, they all left themselves 28 feet. They all make it.
Yeah. That was more of a Serta. And then right here, this is that number bed where you get to pick the
You
firmness.
can change the angle.
Yeah, that's the comfy
Yeah.
stuff right there.
Yeah. This guy's in the hunt? Wait a minute. He's at 20?
20?
Oh,
Oh, he's looking for a purple mattress.
go in.
No.
Bed of nails. Scary one here. Pop.
Sweet putt.
Stays at 20.
I'm racking my brain on this.
All right, a bunch more 20s. Presnell, 19. Presnell.
Presnell. He'll be in the playoff.
Go, Press. Oh.
I don't know.
Aderhold, welcome in. 20. Casey White. See you on 18. The playoff is hole 18 looping. We will see all 10 of you there soon.
Wow.
Interesting front nine, to say the least.
Yeah.
I think the moment is really big for these guys. Isaac doing what he's supposed to do, been there, done that.
Yes.
Other guys trying to figure it out. I think a good back nine, they've had enough time to kind of lull us all to sleep, and now whoever wants is going to have to take it on the back.
Absolutely.
Back nine's got to be exciting. I mean, it's going to be exciting regardless if the play is extraordinary or if it's not extraordinary, because it's just we don't know what's going to happen. Anyone can take this thing down.
Absolutely.
What should they do right after watching this?
Go get some cake.
Yeah, well, I was going to say you really can't slim down unless you beef up. So bring on that cake.
Like and subscribe is what we're looking for. Like and subscribe, people. Happy birthday, Nate.